Okay, it's recording. Hey YouTube, this is Bobby G. Decided to make a quick video review on my new Sig Sauer 516. Okay. Sorry I don't have that many photos of it or more video footage of me shooting the firearm or pulling it apart when I was cleaning or whatever, but this is kind of like I'm bored. I'm going to make a video review of my rifle, and this is all the this is just what I had off my laptop from the previous weekend that I shot it. One thing I'd like to point out about it is that it's not like usual AR-15 style rifles. It works on the piston operated system rather than gas impingement like most. You have like your M4, M16 style rifles that work on the gas operated system, that when the bullet fires, gas cycles back to the upper receiver, which pushes the bolt back. 516, however, works on a piston operated system where the gas, rather than cycling back all the way to the upper receiver, just hits a piston moves back, hits the bolt, cycles the next round in. Where am I going with this? Well, obviously, rather than having a tube that goes from the area of your front side post back to the upper receiver where the rounds are cycling in, where your bolt carrier group is, all you have is piston, or you have a piston that the gas hits it in the front of the rifle and just pushes the rod back, which hits the bolt carrier group, which cycles in the next round. This, obviously, since a rod with a spring on it is heavier than just a little metal tube, is naturally going to be a little bit heavier. Makes the barrel, the front of the weapon, a little bit heavier. So yes, the weapon's a little front heavy. Some people have noticed that it affects their shooting. Honestly, I'm a bigger guy. A couple extra ounces really does not affect it for me. My shooting is whatever. I don't even notice it when I'm shooting. Compared to the M4 that we use in the military, I think the Sig 516 is a lot smoother of a shot. Maybe that's because my 516 is new, whereas the M4s I used at work are more broken in, have been through deployments, and there's more wear and tear on it. Maybe I'll give it that benefit of the doubt, but as far as the ones at work versus my rifle, the 516 is a lot smoother. There's less wiggle between the upper and the lower receiver, which the 516 actually has a little spring in it to make it a tighter, tighter fit. So to reduce that, the M4 doesn't. It just has the two, pins that keep it together. Here's a picture of it. I'm not too good at making videos on Windows Movie Maker, so if you could tell me how to, put the audio on while the picture's up, that'd be cool. I can't figure it out. I'm not that good with it. So here's a picture of the rifle with the stock it came with, the grip, because that's what I'm about to talk about. The stock, I mean, it's a Magpul stock. It's I like it. It's a good cheek to stock weld, whatever. It's one of those ones that can hold 2 batteries in it, or however many batteries. Nobody ever does that. The grip, it's a comfortable grip. I would keep it, but the way I shoot with an M4, or the way I learned to shoot an assault rifle, is you take your these 2 fingers and you put it in where the little dent is, or the little thing that protrudes out of the grip on the M4. So you have a tighter grip and your hand is more more rotated to where when you're pulling that trigger, you're moving less of your arm. You're not moving your arm. You're just pulling that. You're squeezing the trigger. It helps squeeze the trigger rather than pull it. So that's probably the only thing I would change about, or I'm going to change about that, is I'm just going to get a grip that suits my shooting style more. Other than that, it's a good grip. Normal people who just hold it and squeeze the trigger, it wouldn't make any difference. It's comfortable. Other than that, the other thing people might put down about the rifle is that it lets off heat in the front of the weapon. I noticed it. You gotta shoot a few rounds through it. Obviously the quicker you fire, the more you fire, the hotter it's gonna get, just like any other weapon. But if you're one of those guys who has like foregrip on it, it won't affect you. It might affect if you have like plastic front sights on the front. I heard online that the heat will warp the plastic, and you can lose your zero if you're using like cheaper whatever sights. I have flip up sights that came with it, so I might run into that problem. I don't know. Overall, it's a really good weapon. It's real fun to shoot. It's accurate. It's comfortable. That goes with it's comfortable. It's got comfortable furniture on it. Yeah. Other than it gets a little hot. What weapon doesn't? I recommend it. So here's some more pictures. Hope you enjoy.